Hey, what's up, guys? Doing a quick vid here to show you one of my favorite, one of the favorite things that I've purchased in the last couple of years that's kind of pulled me away from the knife world. You saw my Panerai in the video I did not too long ago, and this was another purchase I bought. I actually got this, and I explained it in that other vid. In God, it wasn't last September. We're in 17 now, so it wasn't 16. So it was in, I think, whenever the USN show in Vegas was in 2015. I want to say it's like September or October, somewhere around there. And it happened to be in one of the shopping areas, and I'd been looking for this for a very long time. And they had one. They happened to have one in stock. These guys were super hard to get. Got this in Hyde Park boutiques, in the forums at Caesars out in Vegas. So if you guys know what this is, then you've probably seen it before. This is a Rolex Deepsea Sea Dweller. And these are how they come when you get them and have to take them out of their box. So it's a cool little like wave pattern in the new style box with a gold crown on the front. Rolex obviously on the bottom of the box here. When you open it up, you've got the, I don't even know what the heck this is, the green tag. They actually kept the other tag. I think there's a red one too. And for some reason they said they send that back to Rolex or hold on to it or something. I'm not really certain. But anyway, so this is the Deepsea Sea Dweller, but this is the what's called the DBlue, or the James Cameron version from when he took the capsule down into the Marianas Trench down to, I think, 13,000 feet or somewhere around there. In the box, I think in the bottom is my paperwork's up in here. You get a booklet, card, where you bought it. Oh, so there you have it. So September 3rd, 2015. All these manuals, books, that sort of thing in there. So, man, when I walked in, the story was I'd been looking for this forever. I actually had someone looking for me, and it was taking forever. Like, he just couldn't get one to come in. These things were like super hard to find. It's got a little plastic thing on the top. So I just happened to be in Vegas at the time. I think there's 6 Rolex stores in Vegas. So as you can tell, there's people spend a lot of money in Vegas. And I'd gone to all but except for one. And I'd given up. Like, there's nobody's going to have it. They almost laughed at me when I walked in the door of every other Rolex. Like, good luck finding that. Everybody comes in and asks for it, and they sell out within a couple minutes of being brought in, or they're on waiting lists. So I happened to, we were sitting in there having a drink or something, and my wife's like, oh, there's another Rolex boutique. And I'm like, they don't have it. So she's like, well, you might as well go look. You're already right here. So I walk in and I said, listen, I know you probably don't have it. I've been to every other store, but I'm looking for the DBlue version of the Deepsea Sea Dweller. She's like, oh, we don't have it, huh? Make like this real sarcastic smiley face, not being ugly, but just like, oh, we don't have it. And then all of a sudden, she's like, come here, we just got one in. It just come off the truck. This is a sock, by the way. It had just come off the truck, and they were just putting it in the display case. And I was like, oh my God. So the taxes in Vegas are a lot too, just so you know. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. It's a very, very hefty, very thick Rolex. This is the largest Rolex I think they make. It's 44 millimeters. They have a black version as well, which you can get that pretty much anywhere. This was the one that was difficult to get, and you can see, I'm not sure how well this camera is going to pick this up, but it's got a light blue, or like a blue, that goes into a black at the bottom, almost as if to see, deep down in the ocean, how it gets darker towards the bottom. This is an all stainless steel version. Back's normal. But man, when it's got I think that's a gas, helium gas relief valve. I mean, I don't even know if I'll take this in a pool, much less a 12,000 feet down the ocean. I just wanted it because it was cool. I have big wrists and big hands, and I don't like dainty little watches. So it's got some really cool features, especially with the clasp. And I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. I actually was never a Rolex fan. I thought, not because they weren't nice, but because anybody that has any success in life, the first thing to do is go buy a Rolex, which just made me not really care about it that much. My first watch, I've got a tag back in 1999. That was my first, what I consider entry-level quality type watch. And I forget what I was going to tell you guys. So that was back in 99. Then in 2000 and I can't remember what year it was. Might have been 5 or 6 is where I really went big. I bought a Ulysse Nardin. It's called a Michelangelo. It's a Gigante chronometer. It was about $20,000, and it was white gold and just incredible. So that was my first real nice watch. So I went that route before I went Rolex. And when I saw this, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should give Rolex a shot. I cannot tell you how impressed I am at the quality of this watch. This clasp, and this is an oyster bracelet, is about as good as anything I've ever seen, and I've held some very nice watches. Some friends of mine have $1 million collections of watches, and this bracelet and the quality of this Rolex will rival all of them. So anyway, so it's a very simple release, and I'll show you something cool about it. So when you go to press it in, when you go to unlock it, it's got a piece here that can allow you to extend the watch for different wrist types, or if you're going to put on a wetsuit, because this is a diving watch. But another cool feature is when you go to close it, I hope it shows well, you'll see this start to bend in here. See how it flexes? So it's when you pull it up, it does the same thing. If I can do it. It's hard to do this around this camera. But as you can see, when you close it, smooth, and it does the same thing opening. It's got a hinge in there. And I can't tell you how sweet it is and how smooth it is to put on. Very smooth, great lock-in, just a incredibly well-made bracelet. It's got awesome luminova. Just a cool watch. I get a lot of compliments on it, and it's a beast. So before you run out and grab one, make sure you go try one on at a store first, because it's heavy and it's a lot of steel in this watch. And it sticks off your wrist quite a bit. But I tell you what, man, in my opinion, this is one of the best watches in this realm of diving that I think Rolex makes, in my personal opinion. I've heard they're even going to discontinue these. And, if they do, sucks for people who like them. But if you've already got one, I guess it wouldn't be bad for me if the value was to increase. These things hold value very, very well. I think they retailed at 12. I want to say like 12,300 or 12,400. And with tax and everything, I spent about 13 and some change in Vegas because of the taxes out there. And I just didn't want to ship it home. I wanted to wear it then. But these will hold value. I think you can get close to 11,500 or 12,000 used. Whereas on the regular black version, I want to say they cost only $200 less than this one does, and they sell for about, and I'm guessing on this, between 7,500 and 8,000 used. So it's a huge drop off just by having that blue face, which is crazy. But anyway, guys, I thought I would just show you that one. It's like I say, this is an awesome watch. If anybody's thinking of Rolex, I mean, a regular sub, any type. I mean, I just bought my wife one for Christmas. Not this, but I think I got her a Datejust in rose gold and steel, and it's amazing. And I bought it because of how, I would have never even given it thought, but I love the quality of Rolex. I'm just so impressed. So if you've thought of it, these hold value like crazy, so I'm not saying buy it for an investment, but if you're going to spend money on something that you like, and if for some reason you ever needed to get rid of it, Rolexes hold a pretty good amount of value. As long as you don't crush them, and even as they get older, they even increase in value. But but anyway, all right, guys, that was it. Just wanted to show you a quick look at the Rolex Deepsea Sea Dweller DBlue version. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care.